Hey guys, so we have been struggling for a while now already, and how could we use our water tank and take the water to irrigate our garden? Problem is, this is a really old tank, and this is the only water tap, if you want to call it. I don't know how you call this. The only exit for water is here, and this is just a piece of metal that it's inbuilt within the tank wall, cement and brick. It doesn't have any threads or anything that you use nowadays for irrigation systems, so it's really difficult to find something to use here. So the solution that I am coming up with is basically just went to a shop. It was difficult to find a shop that would sell these size of pipes, but found one that sells by the meter, because we only needed literally a tiny bit of it, so I didn't want to buy those big rolls with lots of it. So went to a shop that was selling by the meter and just bought a 1 meter of this pipe. And the idea is I will warm it up with the heat gun, and then it should be able to kind of get the shape of these pipe over here, and hopefully it will be tight enough to stay in place and not leak any water. That's very important for us, because obviously if it's leaking water, then we'll lose all our water through here, so we need to test it. So the idea is that we will put this little bit of pipe in there, and then from here we can use this valve to control the water, and this will, from here, then this will give us a standard size pipe that we can get all the kind of artifacts to play around through our garden. So yeah, it's a bit of a try out on this side. Hopefully it will work, so let's see how it goes.
Finally we got it over, and now we're kind of securing it with the band. Well, how else do you call it? It is a band. And then we have the top thingy. Don't break it though. Ta-da!
Hey guys, we are doing the irrigation system today, so we've got some help today. My mom and my dad are here. Tying this all up for YouTube. So we are doing the irrigation, so let me show you what we are doing. As you know, we have this water deposit in here, which we have painted and used some water sealant paint. So I've already pumped some water today from our well. I can't really do that much in one day, because the idea is that we will take a little bit once in a while, and then the well will recover and get more water back. So that's the water tank, and what we are doing is I've just put a valve in there, and then from here we will put irrigation in this part here all the way. Will basically be 9 rows all the way. This is where we are planning to put our annual vegetable garden, and then there will be another one going all the way across that bed all the way to the wall. So for now, this is the setup that we are having. I mean, you can see it's early, it's March in here, but I mean, these plants are suffering without water. It's just too dry. It doesn't rain enough. So if we don't use irrigation, you just can't grow anything in here in the summer. It's just impossible. So yeah, that's what we are doing for this part. Then the plan after this is to bring it. There is a T-junction in here, which we will close off for the moment, but the idea is to extend this pipe all the way into our food forest, all the way until here, put another lateral pipe like these, and then irrigation pipes all the way. So the reason why I don't want to do that yet is, well, basically two reasons. The first one is I don't know if the water pressure will be enough from the water tank to irrigate the whole garden, because the tank is not that high up, it's just maybe 30-40 centimeters high. So I don't know how the water pressure is going to be. I know it's enough for this vegetable bed, we have tested it, that's going to work fine, but for the whole garden we are not sure, so I need to test that. And the second bit is we don't know how much water we will have during the summer. We know that if we take water from the well, it will recover, because obviously there's a water coming from underneath. But we don't know how much it's going to be. Is it going to be enough for the whole garden? It's going to be our first summer here, the whole summer, so we need to test that. We need to use it initially on this smaller place and see how it goes. And if it's enough, and if we have water pressure, then that will be great. We will then use the same system, drip irrigation system, in the whole food forest. That would be amazing, but we need to test it, so I don't want to put the whole system and then realize that we don't have water. So yeah, that's the plan for now. So we already had some plants in here, as you can see, some tomatoes, some peas, some lettuces. These here in the middle, there are some carrots that we planted from seed, some radish in this corner. These are some 4 pepper plants. I think those were 2 cucumbers in the end, which are pretty much dead. So yeah, the tomatoes are actually doing really well. They are very nice. If you see, this one is actually flowering, which is amazing. We planted this in January. I mean, January is proper middle of winter here. They are doing incredibly well. But yeah, it just needs irrigation, so that's what is going to give us some veggies. Otherwise we wouldn't be able to grow in the summer.
Let's test it out. How does it even open? How does it open? Like this? Ah.
Wow, that is very much.
Can you see?
Fine.
That's how it slowly waters things. This one's like does a little showering. So these holes are all cut out manually with this little tool, and then we got a bag of these to put on top, so that you can regulate, you can switch each thing off and on.
So guys, this is our irrigation system in this small veggie patch. So we'll use it as a trial, basically, see how it works. It's looking good. We already tested it. You can control the water flow from these. You can put more or less depending on the plant that you want. We will mulch this area with straw in the future, so we will put this a bit deeper, near the plant deeper, and then mulch it with straw. I think it will work really well. So when we opened the top, the water really flowed really well. All the pipes got water immediately. Oh, there you go. You might have just opened it. You can see how it is. So yeah, looking promising. We will let you know how it works. Yeah, quite happy with how it is at the moment.
Yeah, we'll make it easier for us to water.
Yeah, because
keep it up, because otherwise it feels like everything is drying out so quickly.
We have now that I know that lots of people will think that if you mulch it enough, you may not need irrigation, but this is too dry, unfortunately. Even with mulch, it just dries out. So we have to have some watering system. Either we water it manually like we did last year for the cabbages, but of course the cabbages need a lot less water than tomatoes or peppers or
And it also wasn't summer.
carrots. And yeah, so with the summer coming, this will be really easy. We can just come here in the evening when it's fresh and just open it for 5-10 minutes. We'll water everything nicely, and hopefully with the mulch then it will retain the moisture during the very hot and dry next day. So that's the plan. So yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll let you know in a few weeks how it's working for us.